in and get right to it.
All right, perfect. So I like to take things back a little bit to the period before the internship, because I'm sure many people listening right now might actually be in that exact stage. So my first question for you is, before Amdari, what was your biggest gap and how did it affect your interviews?
Okay, so for starters, before Amdari, I had more of a generalist experience. I had my hands dabbled into everything, hardware, networking, security, but no specialization. I knew there was something missing. I needed some form of guidance, mentorship. Then I started looking. Then I stumbled on Amdari. I heard the pitch. It sounded really good. I'm like, you know what? Let me give this a shot. And yeah, that was it. I needed that guidance and mentorship so I could streamline all the knowledge I had and, come up with an area to specialize in. And that was what Amdari was able to do for me. Yeah.
Okay, so to understand you correctly, you didn't necessarily know something specific. You had not discovered what exactly you wanted to do
Yeah.
until. Okay, all right. Thank you for sharing that. And to my next question, in your interview for the role that you currently have,
Yeah.
what was one project or skill from Amdari that made the hiring manager sit up and take notice? So you can share with us the role, what you currently do, and something from Amdari that, was of interest to the recruiter.
Okay. Well, there was not one thing. There were several things. But I think I'll just highlight maybe two or three things that really caught the attention of the interview. The first one was the project. So we'd done a lot of projects during the cohort. I think one of the most interesting projects was vulnerability management and patching. So yeah, that bit came in handy during the the interview session. So I talked about it, the tools we used, and yeah, they were pretty impressed. And I actually mentioned, yeah, I had all that session in Amdari where I was consulting, so that came in handy. They actually took down the name Amdari. And another thing, interpersonal skills. It's also very important. People think it's not, but it's actually very crucial. A lot of recruiters look out for that, and you get to develop that with the Amdari cohort with teamwork. So we're put in different teams and we're working on projects together, collaboration, bringing out your ideas and coming up with reports and showcasing it to stakeholders. So that will help build your interpersonal skills. And yeah, that was also very useful during the interview. And yeah, I think those are the two things that really caught the attention of the recruiter, and it helped definitely.
All right, thank you for sharing that. So I'd like to assume that you enjoyed your time with your teammates as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. It was fun. I still keep in touch with a lot of them. Yeah.
Oh yeah, cool. That's
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
nice to hear.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what aspects of the work experience, aside this one that you just mentioned, has been your favorite part? Like, aside the fact that you enjoyed time with your teammates, what other aspect was your favorite part and why?
Um, the the project work was just amazing. You get to do the projects where industry, I mean, real world experience. They just give you access to real world industry experience, and that was good. And yeah, and my mentor too on the cohort, she was really amazing, very supportive. And one thing that really stood out about the program is not just, it doesn't end with the cohort. There's support after the cohort. I remember when I saw the opening, I reached out to my mentor, like, hey, I'm interested in this job. Can we have an interview session? Give me feedback. There was that support. There was support with my CV too. So yeah, there was just a lot of benefits. And even after the cohort, I really enjoyed from Amdari. And yeah, so definitely a lot.
All right. Thank you for sharing that as well. I have another question. I'm curious, what was your typical day like for you as an intern at the time at Amdari? What did you used to do on a day-to-day basis? What was it like? What was the process like? Your typical day as well?
Uh, yeah, well, so we have projects that we work on through the week, and we present it on a specific day. a typical day would be, I have got my group members. We on a group chat. We'll just send a message. Hey, can we connect later in the day? Talk about the project, how we're going to go about it. We'll designate tasks, and each person will come up with the ideas. Then we'll meet before the presentation day. And get our PowerPoint presentation done. I'm not big on PowerPoint, but yeah, so I got to improve that skill too. And yeah, and it's not just about having too many slides. Stakeholders just want something nice and simple. So we always learn to trim it down and just hit the really vital information so that stakeholders can make business decisions. So yeah, so that's what a typical day is like. You get your project, you have the entire week to work on it, you work on it with your team, and you come up with a kick-ass PowerPoint presentation.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. So if somebody joins the internship right now, and they approach it casually, right? What would be their experience compared to somebody else who treats it like a real job? So what difference do you think their approach would make for them?
Oh, please, treat it like a real job because it's going to go into your CV as experience. So I'll advise you give it everything because yes, you get exposed to tools that are used in the industry. You get exposed to, I mean, a lot of things that are going to be very useful in the real workplace. So I would take it very seriously, not casually. There's a lot of learning on there, and like I always say, from my favorite video game, there's no knowledge, there's no power. So definitely treat it with all that seriousness. Yeah.
Okay. And finally, if you were speaking to someone who is exactly where you were before you joined the internship, before you joined Amdari, maybe unsure, maybe scared to invest in themselves and start the internship, maybe confused, maybe giving up on themselves as well. What is one thing that you would tell them? What advice would you give them?
You can't go wrong with investing in yourself. You're going to be your own biggest fan, so you have to invest in yourself. And yes, I strongly recommend Amdari. I have a couple of friends that have also referred to the program, and they're also enjoying the benefit of the program as well. So definitely, the internship is definitely going to help. It's going to introduce you to projects. It's also going to introduce you to get networking opportunities there on there as well. So I would always recommend it. And yes, it's definitely a win-win. You can't go wrong
Okay.
with investing in yourself. Yeah.
All right. Thank you for sharing all of this. And I'm also sure that at this point, one or two people could possibly have questions, and I think I can accommodate a few questions. So if you have any questions to ask Pedro at this point, please unmute your mic, raise your hand, signify. You can send a message in the chat. It could be about his experience inside, outside of Diary, whatever it is. And I'm sure that he is very willing to share everything that you want to know. So if you have any questions, now is the time. The floor is open. Before we hand over to our co-founder to speak more about the program. And we have a few seconds for this. So please, if you have a question, now is the time. Okay, so Mohammed says, what exact internship program did you do?
Oh yeah. I was SOC analyst cohort. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Does anybody else have any other questions? And Mohammed, you can speak, so you can unmute your mic and say something if you have a follow-up question to that as well. And if anybody has any other questions, you can also unmute your mic and say hello.
Hi, I have another question.
Okay, go ahead.
So you said you did the SOC analyst internship program. What country are you in, if you don't mind me asking?
It's fine. In the United Kingdom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you finish the program entirely before you were able to get a job, or was it during the program, or like if it was after, how long after were you able to get a job?
Oh, okay. So okay. So for starters, I was in employment. That's one. Then I needed to pivot. I wasn't really happy with my my role then, so I needed to pivot, and I had to finish the program. Because for me, finishing the program, then I was able to figure out what I wanted to do. Then I was able to get support to work on my CV. Then I started targeting those roles, and I found one that I was very happy with, and I brought it to my mentor. We looked at it, we prepped for the interview, and yeah, it happened. So I personally decided to wait to finish for the cohort, finish the cohort, the program. Um, I'm sure there are people that didn't have to finish and they got a job. But yeah, I was just patient. I just needed to finish it, then focus on getting the job.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right. Anita says, did you really work on real life projects or simulated projects?
Oh no, they were real life projects. There was one we had to do a passive reconnaissance for a company, and we had to figure out vulnerabilities around some of their web applications or web infrastructure. So yeah, they were real life projects. Sort of. Yeah.
All right. I see Miriam's hand raised. So Miriam, please could you unmute your mic and speak?
Hi, Angel. Good evening.
Hello. Good evening.
I'm quite
Hey,
new. I didn't know it was WAT at the time. So I just want to know, is this session recorded?
Yes, it is. It is recorded.
Okay, can we get access to it when it's uploaded, please?
Yeah, sure. We can make that happen for you.
Thank you. I have another question to Pedro. You said you got your job while you were still working. Was it within the same organization or a different company itself that you got this current position?
a different company.
Okay, congrats.
Thank you.
All right. And thank you, Miriam, for that. We also have Joyce's hands raised. So please, could you speak? We can hear you.
Hello, Angel and Pedro. Okay,
Hi.
so Pedro, were you working in that field, or it was when you started the internship you got full knowledge about the job experience?
Okay. So I had some IT background. I would say it was more of a help desk role. So that's where specialization comes in. So SOC analyst cohort introduced me to the world of cybersecurity, sort of, and I started to understand some key concepts like patch management, which is very important, understanding how to look for vulnerabilities and patch them on time, backup procedures, restoration procedures, and all that. So my current role, I'm doing a lot of that stuff now. So it's more focused, more specific, and in the security landscape, which is where I want to focus in. And yeah, so the program really helped me to achieve that. Before then, I was more of jack of all trade. I
Hi,
hope that
Joyce.
answers
Did
the
you do
question.
that?
Sorry, was it in the same industry? That's what I wanted to know.
Was it in the same
In the same
industry?
industry.
Can you
You said you were
elaborate?
jack of all trade. So
Yes.
was it more of customer service, admin, or tech itself?
Tech. I would say tech.
Tech, okay, then you're still basically in the same industry, not like you were transitioning from a different industry into tech,
Yeah,
but just different rules.
yeah. So my current role is more of operational technology. It's different from information technology, just a thin line. But yeah, almost similar. Yeah, industry.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right. And we also have Aziz. Hi, Aziz. Hello, Aziz. If you can hear me.
Hi.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, actually, good evening, everyone. I
Good
just have
evening.
a short question, like how long will it take to finish the program, and what kind of courses can somebody enroll for to be able to secure a job in IT role, most especially that will come with sponsorship?
Okay. I think that Omom will be in a better position to take that question. Do you agree, Pedro?
I agree completely.
Yeah, right. So Aziz, if you stick around long enough, I'm sure that you would get your response because, oh yeah, Amomi access to that as well. Thank you so much. Because I would be handing over to her right now. However, I'd like to say a big thank you to you, Pedro, for gracing us with your presence, regardless of your busy schedule, and entertaining all of our questions. So yeah, thank you so much for all your responses. And I would like to hand over to our co-founder right now, who would be speaking further on, everything Amdari and taking all the questions that you all may also have in this conversation. All right, Amomi,
Right.
can you hear me? Thank you so much,
All
Pedro.
right, thanks for having me, and send my regards to Victoria. She was my mentor in the program. And yeah, bye.
Will do. Thank you.
All right then.
Thank you
Cheers.
so
Bye.
much, Pedro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye. All right. Thank you very much, Angel, for that. And hi, everyone. Thank you so much for sticking around. It's so nice to have you all here with us. So I'll just answer the question asked by the last person. Sorry, Angel, let me pin you rather. So please, if you're just joining an Amdari session for the first time, can you give me thumbs up? Because I think I see some familiar names right here. Okay, Afolayo is just joining. Anita, amazing. I want to see how many new people we have. If you've joined us before, just give me thumbs down, right? Or just type 1 in the chat. If you've joined us before, type 1 in the chat. You've not joined us before, this is your first time, please give me thumbs up. All right, so it's very important for me to know this, as it will help me understand where to start from. Okay, but we're just going to keep the conversation very brief. Pedro has pretty much spoken about this program, how we help you gain experience. So permit me to pin myself and then share my screen. Just a minute. I'm still with you. Okay, thank you very much. So the last question that was asked earlier, right? I will take it up from there. It's around, Angel, can you remind me, please?
Please, can you take that again, Amomi?
Yeah, the question that was asked just before Pedro dropped off. What was the question about, please?
Yeah, he was asking the programs you could take and the ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll cover all of that right now. But just like Pedro mentioned, right, the program helps in a lot of areas. Somebody asked what industry Pedro was in. Pedro said he had worked as IT front desk person. That's different from working as a cybersecurity person. So just to add more context, he had not worked as a cybersecurity person, even though he got a job in that capacity. So his first time experiencing Amdari and that particular, or rather his first time experiencing working under SOC in cybersecurity was through the internship at Amdari. It's just like me saying, I have a background in maybe IT auditing, right? But I've never really worked as a, let me say, software developer. I have to start from the scratch. I have to learn everything that there is about software development. What framework do I want to code in, right? What programming language do I want to work with? So this was his first time experiencing the work of a cybersecurity analyst, and especially as it relates to the UK workplace, right? So how can Amdari help? The same way Pedro has already narrated the story. He worked on real life projects, right? So you get to work on actual business problems from some of our project partners. We practice on these projects to help you gain real world experience. And you working on this project ultimately means you working in teams. He said something about still being in touch with his teammates, still conversing with them. That's the beauty of this program, because you're not doing this alone. You're not working in isolation. You're not building experience in isolation. So that gives you a community, that gives you people to work with. And that's exactly what Pedro also got from this. And not just him, right? So he was able to work in teams and also still had his individual, experience. So when the projects are assigned to you over a project briefing, the next thing that happens is you get to build the needed competence and skill through 100% interaction with your team and also solving the actual problem. Each project will typically take you 2 weeks to 3 weeks completion period. So this internship is for 4 months, yeah? It's for 4 months. We have some people that would say, let me finish the program, focus on job application, while we have people that would start applying. And I spoke to somebody today, and this person said he needs to start applying early because he's few months away from his visa expiring. That's his PSW visa, right? So he has just about 7 months left, and he said he needed to start applying early. So we have different people with different goals in mind. Oh, I have few months left. Oh, I still have more time. I would focus on job application when I am done. Pedro is one of the people that focused on applying consistently. Immediately he was done. And when did he get the job? Just within a month of concluding the program. So we support you with CV revamp, LinkedIn optimization, as well as reference letter and interview prep session. All of these, again, Pedro already mentioned them, right? So when you work on these projects, when you work in teams, one thing that happens is you're building soft skills. I believe he also highlighted that. I'm really trying so much not to repeat everything Pedro has said, but it's still very important to address this so that it doesn't sound like Pedro just mentioned it in passing. There are things that we deliberately pay attention to. There are things that we are intentional about. So it's not just like it happened by chance or Pedro just mentioned it by chance or something. No, we are actually deliberate about you acing your interview. That's why we prep you. We're deliberate about you landing interviews. That's why we revamp your CV for you. We're deliberate about making you professionals in practice. That's why we also make sure that you get to do the real work, not simulated work. That's why we get to make sure that you work in teams, not alone, not in isolation. Because acing an interview is beyond just saying, oh, I have gained experience. How do you narrate your story in an interview? How do you show these recruiters that you can actually get the job done? One thing I always say is that job you see on the job board exists there because the company that posted it has a problem. Or let me use another word, has a challenge. Can be revenue related, can be productivity related, it can be gap related, right? It can be optimization related. There is a challenge within the company and they need an expert in a particular niche, right? To come in and help them fix the problem or solve the problem or make the, let's say, process or system better. So if they put out this posting, right, on a job board like maybe civil service jobs, maybe NHS job board, maybe read.co.uk, right? They put it out there and you apply. Are you applying like somebody who can solve the problem, or you're applying like somebody who is going to add to the problem? It's going to be one of these two things. Now, if you're applying like a student, trust me, they can tell from the CV you've submitted. And that would already tell them that you will just come to add to the problem. Do you know why? Not because that's your intention, but because you will be on the job trying to figure things out. And figuring things out on the job only means one thing: you will make mistakes. These mistakes will cost time. Because when you make a mistake and you're giving a feedback, that means you going back to the drawing board, fixing, that's so much time wasted already. And then you being a newbie in this space also means one thing. It means you will need time to get some things done. If I hire a developer today, right, I speak to a developer today and I bring them on board. If the developer is an expert developer, they will be able to build my website in 2 weeks if it's a landing page, right? Funny enough, you can finish a landing page in 3 days. Now, if this person is a newbie, that landing page that a professional website developer, an experienced web developer will finish in 3 days, that will take an intern or someone who is just starting out about 2 weeks. I started my career as a software developer. It took us long to finish landing pages that our bosses would have wrapped up, like they would have wrapped up already. So you will take more time because you're figuring things out. Now that time you're taking does not mean what you would submit at the end of 2 weeks is perfect. It's never going to be perfect. It will have bugs, it will have issues, they will still review it, they will still tell you, oh, go fix it. These companies don't have that much time to waste, right? They are operating already, they are paying salaries, they are maybe even, in fact, maybe they are operating with funds from investors and they are meant to be accountable at the end of the month to these investors. Oh, this is what revenue looks like, right? So if some people that are meant to be driving the growth of the company are figuring things out, that will slow their growth down And that's why they would either fire those people or not even let anybody that will not drive the company further in the first place. So that's why I said, when you apply to a job, you are either applying as a problem solver or somebody that is about to come in and add to the problem. And the minute you look like the person that will come in and add to the problem, they will not proceed with you. Adding to the problem is not you intentionally coming to do it. Again, I'm deliberately trying to rephrase this. You will not deliberately say you want to do that. But imagine they have to start worrying about why this is not done, why this is taking time. That's another problem added to the existing problem of maybe optimization, productivity. That's another problem. So they will not go with it. So what Amdari helps you with is the experience that makes you employable, that makes them know that you are not high risk right now. Somebody has trusted you before. You've practiced in a system before. You are at that point where you are contributing, not figuring out, right? So you are you're seen as a job ready candidate. And with the reference letter that we provide at Amdari, makes it very easy for you to also stand out and show these recruiters that you can actually get the job done. Now, this is a sample of reference letter that we give at Amdari. And right here, you can see that this came in before this candidate got a job, and this came in after the candidate got a job. So this reference request can come in different ways. So this says Olainka has nominated you to provide an employment reference for the application to Healthcare Ireland. Gladly, he got the job, right? This one was for a systems analyst role under data analytics. And it says right here, the above named has been offered a position as a systems analyst with our company and has provided your details as a referee. And that really helped out, right? So now, Toyin said something during her own, conversation with us after she got a job. She cited the reference letter that we provided her as one major thing that helped her land the job. And she said that there were 2 people that were being considered for the role, but she was picked because of the reference letter from Amdari. I'd like us to listen to her for just about 15 minutes and then we will come back. If there is no audio, kindly call my attention to it, okay? So let's listen to Toyin for just 15 minutes. Let me forward it a bit. So it's taking time for some word tracing. Please. So I think I'll come back to this if it doesn't play. Okay.
Using all the technical tools that I've learned at Amdari, using them and all this. So it was pretty good. And then the reference too from your hand was pretty tight because they actually had to mention it that my references were hair tight, that they were actually considering 2 people, but my references actually nailed it for me.
Okay, please give me thumbs up if you heard everything she said. Please give me thumbs up. Let me be sure there was audio. Did you hear what she said? Okay, great. Thank you very much. Delia, I hope I pronounced your name right. Thank you, Anita. Awesome. So that's exactly how the reference also really helps. So this is also the career trajectory of some of our interns, and I'd like you to check them up or look them up on LinkedIn. This is one of them. She interned with us as a GRC analyst. That was her first experience as a GRC analyst. And she interned March last year, and she got a job in September, company in October. The company she got a job with is Hello DPO, and this is the intern's name. You can look her up on LinkedIn. Her name is Sandra Otushola. So she got a job with Hello DPO in London area as at October last year. Now, this is another candidate I would like us to take a look at, okay? Her name is Judith Chineze, and she interned with us as a data analyst May last year. She got a job with Renewable Parks in August and resumed in September. That was about 3-4 months or thereabouts, right? And this is the last person I'll show us. This is also her LinkedIn profile. So these screenshots, I got it from their pages on LinkedIn. So her name is Betty Opedadi. She interned with us as Information Technology Project Manager, and she got a job as the same job title with Echoes IT Limited in the UK. She got the job in April, resumed in May. So she got the job within 4 months of her internship with Amdari. So the interview prep I mentioned, this is what it looks like. So the employability specialist team at Amdari preps you for this interview. This is Adeyemisi, one of our interns under project management, and she was actually interview prepped on this day, and that's exactly, you know, how we prep you. So it's a role play, and you also get to receive real-time feedback. So you already know what to fix, you already know areas to work on, and just everything around that. And one beautiful thing about it is, even if you're not interview prepped, trust me, you will still be learning from others that are being interview prepped on that day. So when I say even if you're not interview prepped, I'm not saying that, oh, it's by luck. No, everybody gets it. But you see this one I just showed us on my screen. This happens every Thursday, and you have to volunteer to be part of the people that will be prepped. But if you never volunteer for this, that's okay. You get to watch those who are doing it. But you have your one-on-one interview prep, right? You still get it. So whether you volunteer for the general one or not, you will still have your one-on-one interview prep. Now, Pedro said something before he dropped off. He said, please send my regards to Victoria, because she was my team lead during my internship. That's the same way we have a couple of team leads that our interns work with. This is Jennifer, one of the team leads and coaches that you work with. These are experts. They are not fellow interns, right? Most of them have 6 years plus experience working in the niche that you are trying to get into. So they are dedicated to helping you achieve your goal. And these team leads are not here on volunteer base. This is their full-time job. Working with you is their full-time job. Helping you gain experience is their full-time job, right? They are like your head of department. They are like your team lead. They are like your line manager. That's who they are to you. So they guide you, they support you, they give you feedback on your work to improve the quality of the work you're doing and the quality of your solution at the end of the day. So when you go for interviews and talk about what you've done, it's because you have been guided by somebody who knows what the industry standard is. And Victoria, who helped Pedro in his own, journey, is one of them. Jennifer, who you see on my screen, is one of them. She works with the data engineering team. Now, this story right here, this last one, is very exciting because of one question that Pedro got, which was, oh, are you saying that you've worked in this industry before, or this is your first job in this industry? This is another one. You can see this person, by the way, they sent this message to Jennifer after they were onboarded. So these guys joined us in August last year. You can see their WhatsApp group says, Amdari August, right? Data analytics team. Now, this first message says, thank you, Jennifer. Thank you so much for your guidance and support during my internship. I truly appreciate everything I have learned from you. To my amazing colleagues, see you all at the top. This last one here says, thank you, Amdari. I truly cherish every moment here. Within my first month of joining, I was fortunate to land my first data analytics role with a US-based fintech company. A special thanks to Jennifer for all your support and effort. Goodbye, everybody. Now you can see right here that it says this was her first role as a data analyst. So it's not like she has worked as a data analyst before. She didn't say, oh, within my first month, I got a data analyst role. She actually said her first data analyst role, and she got that within her first month. This internship was her first time working as a data analyst. And remember what I said earlier, right? One beautiful thing about this internship is people have different goals, and whatever kind of goal you have, we support it. Again, you get your individual experience. Because you are in team with people does not mean the faith that applies to everyone applies to you. No, you have your goal, you want to get a job as fast as this, you can get it. Again, because I'm saying this because somebody asked Pedro, oh, did you get the job during or after? Pedro had his reason for choosing to apply after, and you can see that he still mentioned how everything was purely as a result of the experience. You might have your own personal reason for wanting this earlier. Is this program going to support that? Yes. And you can see that from the message I just read for us, right? She got the job within her first month of joining. And it applies to the same person that reached out to me last week. He just started this program and he is already applying to jobs, already getting interview assistance from our employability team, and everything around that is already supporting him. So these are more, kudos to some of the team leads that our interns have worked on, that our interns have worked with, but I'm skipping that because of time and so that I can take a few more questions in case you have it. and I will just go straight to showing you how to enroll, right? So I'm skipping all of them because they are more people who have gotten jobs in the course of this internship. So in summary, all I'm saying, or all I have been saying, is this internship supports you start to finish beyond experience. We help you ace your interviews. We help you with CV revamp, LinkedIn optimization, mentorship every Thursday, including interview prep sessions. And we also give you on-the-job support. People like Elizabeth, who got a job within a month, they can get interview prep sessions from Amdari. Now, for those who joined, because I feel like some people are just joining, for those who joined after we spoke to Pedro, you've missed a lot. That I will tell you. But guess what? We are sharing, we're going to be sending the link to this session with everyone who is on this call. And I would love for you to please fill the attendance form that my colleague will drop in the chat. Now, aside the attendance form that my colleague is going to be dropping in the chat, we would also love to share a couple of things with you. Sorry, something is actually, what's this on my screen? Yeah. So apart from the session link that we're going to be sharing with you, I will also be sharing a couple of things with you, like templates on how to DM recruiters with the value that you have to offer, right? I would also be sharing templates on how to follow up after you send in your application for interviews. And then I would also send you a template on how to DM recruiters on LinkedIn. All of this, if you would like to have it, please fill the attendance form that my colleague is sharing. Again, 3 templates that I will be sharing with you tomorrow. You'd receive this email from us tomorrow. Template on how to DM recruiters on LinkedIn so you can sell your value to them. I have done this before. I promise you it works. That was how I got my first ever tech job. I had done my internship. I was 4 months in. I had built confidence, of course, because I had built projects, right? So I had the confidence to send him a message. I had everything I needed to say to sell myself. So it made it easy. And I promise you, I got the job in 24 hours. Like within 24 hours, I worked with that company remotely. 7 months into working with them, I got my relocation sponsored by that company. So trust me when I say that these templates really work. And I would love to share that with you. So if you'd love to receive this template, my colleague has dropped another. She's going to drop it again in case you missed it. The link for you to fill the attendance form so that you can receive it, as well as the session slide and also the recording. So I see your question, Ngozi and Simi, and I will take that shortly. So for you to join the next cohort, it is starting on the 11th of April. And honestly, one thing I always say is the traditional educational, or rather the traditional professional system, right, which is the traditional professional education system. Let me put education. The traditional professional education system does not come with internship, does not come with work experience. So what they give you when you take those courses does not make you job ready. It just scratches the surface. It just tells you that, oh, this is what this field is about. Imagine Joyce taking a data science course. That data science course is only going to tell Joy that, or rather Joyce, that, oh, this is who a data scientist is. These are the tools that a data scientist will use. This is how a data scientist will use this tool. Has Joyce been able to use this tool in an actual environment? No. Has Joyce experienced a UK workplace environment as a data scientist? No. All she has done is take a course. She applies to a job when she sees it on the job board, oh, we are hiring for a data scientist. Again, these positions exist because there is a challenge or a gap, or there is a need for that person to come in and solve the problem. So are you coming to contribute and solve the problem, or you're coming to add to the problem by trying to figure things out, make mistakes as you figure it out, waste time as you figure it out, or take time? Don't let me say waste time. Let me say take time as you figure things out, because it will never be your intention to waste time, trust me, but it will just happen because you have to catch up. And these companies you get into, they are fast-paced. It doesn't give you grace. It doesn't understand, right? A simple mistake from you, oh my God, all hell will be let loose. It doesn't understand that you're trying to catch up. So help yourself by doing things the right way. If academia already has something called sandwich degree, meaning take your course, first year master's degree, second year internship. If they are saying it is that important, why should you take a tech course and think that, oh, I'm done taking the course, let me start applying to a job? You know, you can't get a job like that. That is a wrong way of applying to jobs. So now the next cohort is starting on the 11th of April. How do you join this cohort? It's simple. By enrolling before it closes. The enrollment fee is £500, but beautiful thing is,
Sorry, please. A
it
question.
means,
Are you saying for internship, I have to pay to do internship?
yes, you have to pay to do the internship at Amdari.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So the it's Women's Month, so we're giving discount, and the discount allows you to pay £300 and not £500. Okay. Now with these £300, you can spread it across 3 months. You don't have to pay everything all at once. It's £100, £100, £100, right? And that's how you pay across 3 months. So if you're paying today £100, your next payment is not next week. It is in a month's time. That's 18th of, this is March, April. Then the last payment in May, right? And how do you secure your spots? Now, beyond all I have said, there is still more advantage. I'll show you how to secure your spots right now. But before we do that, there is more advantage. There is the lifetime career support. Pedro mentioned this. He said the fact that you are done with the program does not mean Amdari drops you or forgets you. No. We don't do that. We have an alumni community. Every intern who is onboarded to that community. You don't pay to get support. You don't pay to get extra assistance in the future. Everything we do right now is to help you stand to be a professional in practice. But just in case you don't get a job while in the program, you can still reach out to us at zero cost. We will provide you with the support you need, e.g., interview prep, CV revamp, LinkedIn optimization. Even if you need adjustments made, it doesn't come at any cost. Yes, we've done it for you while in the program, but after the program, trust me, and I would like you to see that in practicality. This is Jerry. He interned with us last year, right? Got a job 2 months in as a data analyst with the civil service. And this year, fast forward to this year, he moved to Canada from the UK, and he used Amdari again for that experience, and he got the job within 2 weeks of relocating. This was last year when I spoke to him during after he got the job, and this was the message he sent to his team lead, telling him that, oh, he got a job as a data analyst within the civil service, and it's a level promotion, and he was asked to prepare a presentation on any data analysis project, and he edited and submitted their first project. Saved him time, gave him confidence. Obviously, it will save him time and give him confidence because he did the work. So he's not going there to make things up. He's not going there to tell them what he didn't do. It's easy because he really did the work, right? So that was the message he sent to us last year. Now let's take a look at this year, right? Just a minute, where is my slide here? So this year, he sent us this message. And by the way, this is Pedro's LinkedIn. You can also look him up. Pedro interned with us June last year, but he still left Amdari right there. This is what I mean by lifetime career support. You can leave Amdari even after your internship on your LinkedIn. That's fine until you get your desired job, right? And for him, I don't know why he didn't put the company that he got a job in, or maybe he put it, and at the time I did this screenshot, I only saw Amdari. But he had gotten the job with that company 2 months in, right? And this year he sent us this message, February 10th, that was last month, and he sent it to one of the co-founders of Amdari and me. And it says, and I read, "Hello, Ifemena, I hope you are doing well. I recently moved to Canada about 2 weeks ago and have secured a role in the meantime as a data entry specialist with Alberta Blue Cross. For the application, I listed my role at Amdari as a data consultant and have completed the reference section and included your details." So this is exactly what I mean by lifetime career support. He didn't have to start all over again in Canada and say, oh, I need Canada reference. No. And as long as we are on a journey, as long as we are in this space, we're still working, we're on a journey, you can have reasons to change location, cities, or even leave your current job and say you want to job up, right? So as you do that, you will always need reference. You will always need, things that will back up your claim of what you can do. So if you need Amdari, we will still provide that support. He did not have to start all over again in Canada. He has already gone through starting from zero in the UK. There's no need to do that again in Canada. So we gave him the Canada reference after he reached out. Then the free 6 months access to CV Matchly. CV Matchly is an AI platform that we have partnered with to help you apply to jobs faster and smarter. When I say faster, I mean it helps you tailor your CV to different job roles. Let's say Solomon is applying to the role of let's say business analyst. He's applying to the role of a business analyst. Remember that some company can call it process requirements analyst. Some companies can call it operations analyst. Companies can give a job title any name, but it's still under this niche, right? So I'm talking business analyst for the purpose of this conversation. And Solomon is applying. Solomon has a master CV that passes for the role of a business analyst. But Solomon knows that, in fact, if you listen to a lot of recruiters, right, and hiring managers, they will tell you, tailor your CV to different job roles. The reason being, data analyst in company A is not the same thing as what company B wants their data analyst to do or to be able to do, because of unique hidden pain points for each of these companies, because of the different industries that they are in, because of the different competitive landscape they play in, because of the stage they are in. Some of them are startups, some of them are in growth stage, scale, right? So when you are applying, you need to tailor your CV to suit that purpose. That is why it is very important to apply smartly. So CV Matchly helps you tailor your CV. I'll show you how it works after I show you how to enroll, right? But this platform we partnered with is giving 5 more access to interns coming from Amdari. So if you're able to secure your spots to take up the 5 slots that we have left, amazing. Because of the cost that comes with using this platform, that's why it's a limited slot for that purpose. Then we have the 30 days post-internship sprint that you get. This is where we help you and work closely with you to apply to jobs consistently, right? You apply to jobs consistently in this capacity because it is very important for you to be able to say, I got a job. And for us at Amdari, we know why you're doing this and we strongly want you to get it. So we work with you and we always order our interns. Please make sure you just give it your all. Getting the results is not as hard as it feels because the job is there. If you check NHS jobs today, you would see how many data analyst roles are there. And I would like us to take a look at it after I show you how to secure your spot, right? Then the last one is the lifetime access to personal portfolio website. Now, every intern has access to this for 6 months for free. But I am giving just few more people access to this for life. This is what the portfolio website looks like. This is the full view. You can list your project, whether it's a project you worked on at Amdari or outside Amdari, it doesn't matter. This is another template. Oh, I don't like that template, I want another template. You can have access to it. We help you. Yes, Amara, we have a lot of MSc students in the program, a whole lot. Some of them even use Amdari for work placement. So yes, 100% you can. So this is what it looks like right here. Another template. Oh, I don't like that. So we have about 20 templates that our interns get to work with. So even after your internship, you still have access to this, right? Like I said, for this, the cost of maintaining this forever for everybody is high. We're handling your domain name. We're handling your hosting. You don't pay for that. We're handling your, the server bills, right? We are also handling, there is one other thing. I forgot it, honestly. There's one other thing. So because of that cost that comes with managing these templates, building these templates, maintaining this platform, that's why we cannot make it open to everybody for life, for everybody for 6 months, for a limited number for life. Now, how do you secure your spot? I'm going to drop the enrollment link in the chat. If you want to have access to all that I have shared with you, use this link that I'm dropping right now. So I'm dropping the link. When you click on that link, you get redirected to this page where you see the different programs that we have at Amdari, which is, again, just to answer the question I was asked earlier, data analytics, data science, data engineering, and cloud engineering, right? Business analysis, project management, SOC analysis. Scroll down a bit, ethical hacking and penetration testing, governance, risk and compliance. That's also under cybersecurity, as well as app and cloud security work experience. So whichever one you're going for, click on apply here. Once you click on apply here, you get directed to the details page, right? You can see it says we have 9 more slots left and we have about 2 more hours if you want to use this discount, right? If you want to use this discount, we have a few more hours left. So all you have to do is come to this page. Okay, sorry. You can scroll down. You want to see some of your mentors and team leads. Remember what I said earlier, these are some of them that you get to work with. So scroll up a bit, click on apply now. These are just some of the tools that you get to work with in the course of this internship. Click on apply now. Once you do that, you would see that you can even pay less than 300, which is 280. But you can only pay 280 if you're paying full-time payments. Okay, so you scroll down. When do you want to start? 11th of April. It's right here. Full-time payments, select it, or 3 installments, which is £100, £100, £100. Click on proceed to payments. All right. Click on proceed to payments. Once you do that, you will get redirected to the payments page. Sorry, I confirm. You need to check these boxes. Sorry. Check this, and click on pay now. Sorry. Once you click on pay now, you get redirected to the payments page. Sorry, it's going there. It's taking time. So you get redirected to the payments page, which is here. On this page, please just feel free to fill in your card details. Now, I won't be filling an actual card detail on this call because of time. So I will just walk you through, so I'll just walk you through how to finish up your enrollment. But just actually, once you're here, you're done with the payment. It's just to fill your card details and click on pay. So once you click on pay, you will get redirected to the page that says that your payment is successful and you can go to your dashboard and you will see a form. So let me just finish it off on this page, right? Since the other one is still finishing up. So I'm just going to put this on ×2. Let's come to where we stopped. So you see, once you make your payment here and the check mark appears, that means your payment is successful. On this page, let me put it in. Yeah. So it will be redirected to fill this form to set up the profile. It is very important for you to fill this form. So select your skill level, intermediate, beginner, it doesn't matter. Your country of residence, UK, US, Canada, it doesn't matter. Where your gender, male or female, select that. And then how you found out about Amdari, select that as well. And then the last thing here is what influenced your decisions to enroll for the internship. Type it. This part will say which options influenced your decision. So you're going to see the option that says chat. Please make sure you select that option as you fill the form. That's how you get your spot and complete your setup. Once you do that, your payment is successful and you are redirected to this page. Click on go to dashboard. Okay. Once you click on go to dashboard, it brings you to your dashboard. You just see your payment summary. If you paid 1 installment, that's fine. If you paid 3, it will let you know that, oh, this is when your next payment is due. And for people who might want to take crash courses, you have crash courses here on Amdari that you can take for free, right? And these are some of them across all the programs that I mentioned. That's how easy it is for you to secure your spot and enroll for the internship program at Amdari. So I will read the questions I see in the chat right now. And is the 300 package different from the £100, or the 300 comprises of all the packages you offer during the internship? So the £300 comprises of everything that the program that I've mentioned: reference letter, interview prep, CV revamp, LinkedIn optimization, the portfolio website that you see here, which you can have access to for life, depending on if you secure your spots before the 5 slots for this lifetime access is taken. All right. And also the CV Matchly platform that I mentioned. Okay, so we have another question in the chat, and this one says, just a minute. This one says, can this still work for me? My visa is expiring May. I would like to subscribe. Yes, Samuel, you just need to request for the kind of support that would help you get a job early. Okay, so you just need to request for the kind of support that would assist you early. But yes, 100%, this still works for you, Samuel. The earlier, the better, to be honest, right? So yes, you can use the program to start gaining work experience. So let me drop the link again. So I just dropped it in the chat, Samuel. If you want to secure your spot, just use that. All right. So this other one says, sorry, Lorita. Okay, I've responded to your question. So Simisola, which form are you referring to? Is it the payment link? Sorry, please. If it's the payment link, I just dropped it. Or which form are you referring to, Simisola? Okay. Afolayo says, I need to speak to someone and explain my circumstance before I can enroll. Okay. Jennifer, please drop your number for Afolayo, or just share my number with Afolayo. Afolayo, I'll get your number from Jennifer. Just reach out to her. Jennifer, you here? Please drop your number for him. Then I'm scrolling back up to see the other questions that I might have missed. Simi says, I have an interview for a data analyst role tomorrow. Okay. I enrolled for April what? Can I get any help or video to help my preparation? Thank you. Okay, Simi, please send a message to Jennifer via the number that she's going to drop. She would reach out to the employability specialist on your behalf. But we need to have your number for us to be able to schedule that. So please reach out to Jennifer. She'll drop her number for you right now. All right. Ngozi says, as a SOC analyst intern, will I be analyzing logs and reporting incident responses? 100%, Ngozi. That's pretty much what Pedro did in the program, right? That's pretty much what Pedro did in the program. Okay. If anybody has a question to ask me, aside the ones I have read via the chat, please feel free to ask. So while I'm waiting for you to ask, let me show you how CV Matchly works. So I mentioned earlier that we have this platform that helps you apply smarter. So when you come here, screen sharing just a minute. So I think it's coming up. Okay. So I want us to do something. This is the CV Matchly platform. So this is the CV Matchly platform, as you can see right here. And all you have to do is create an account by clicking Get Started. And once you're done, it will tell you to add it to your Chrome extension, which is right here. Look at mine. All right, mine is added to my Chrome extension. And because I have already pinned it for easy accessibility, it is right here. Just a minute. It's right here. Okay. So I want to apply to a role. How do I use it? Just go to the job board. It can be this, right? Whether it's NHS jobs, whether it's civil service jobs, whether it's jobs posted on read.co.uk, or even LinkedIn or Total Jobs, any job board you want, because you have, added it to your Chrome extension. Can you see? So it works anywhere. So guess what? You select the job you want to apply to. Sorry, let me go out. I think I already selected this. So you select any job you want to apply to. In this case, so there are different data analyst jobs here. So let's click on reporting analyst. So once you click on reporting analyst, you can see the job details for this. And guess what they need the person to have? Just says in capital letter, well, not in capital letter, but bold, experience. And it says proven experience. And they say here, essential. And under desirable again, there is still experience. So right here it says experience developing reports from data systems. Did it say knowledge or learning? No. Experience in driving performance improvement. This is purely talking, working in a company, improving the company's performance with your analysis, and you can see it says proven experience, which means you need to prove it. These keywords are not here for show, right? Proven experience in driving performance improvement and delivering measurable results. Experience in designing dashboards and visual reports using tools such as Power BI, Tableau, with proven ability. They keep using the word proof, proof, proof. You need to show them proof. And if you've not done an actual internship, you cannot have proof. If you've not worked anywhere, you cannot have proof. If all you've done is take a course, course is not proof. Course is the expected thing you have to do. You cannot say you're applying if you've not even taken a course, right? So what they need is more than I have taken a course. I have taken a course. So proven ability to present and communicate findings to stakeholders. This is literally the core of your internship at Amdari. You will present, you would report, you will present to stakeholders. Experience working with case management systems and experience in supporting users with data systems. Where are you going to have an actual user to support when all you've done is capstone projects or personal projects? It's going to be hard to have all this proof to show them. So this is an example. Now, I want to apply to this role as a reporting analyst. So I have my CV. Let me click on this. Before I apply, let me see if my CV is a match for this role. So remember, I have uploaded my CV and it's analyzing my CV for this role. So it's going to analyze it and give me my score. So it says I am a 54% match for this. So guess what I have to do? I have to optimize my CV. Now, before we talk about being a 54% match, which means I need to fix my CV, right? Now, guess what? I scroll down. Look at what it tells me here. See sponsorship analysis. What this ultimately tells me is this job is going to, like, this tool is going to let me know if this company is sponsoring. And yes, it is. Can you see? The route is skilled worker route. And it says it is on the shortage list. And it says it is above, that's the salary. It's above the threshold. You don't have to be wasting your time downloading the report of licensed sponsors, right? You don't have to go there and, oh, you check a job board, you cross-check, is this company on the list of registered licensed sponsors? You cross-check. That's too much stress. That's why a lot of people are not applying strategically, right? So this platform lets you know, oh, is this company sponsoring? Is this role? You would know, right? It works on any job board. And these are partners that we work with. And again, we have just 5+ notes for anybody that wants to use this for free for the next 6 months. So guess what? Now you know this company sponsors, and now you know your CV does not really match this application, even though it's a data analyst CV you're using. But it says reporting analyst. What do you have to do? Click on CV optimization right here, and then generate optimized CV. See this button? You click. Now it's generating an optimized CV for me, and it says optimization is complete. So let me download my optimized CV. So it says it is optimized, right? So let's click on it and see. Can you see my optimized CV now? So it gives you an optimized CV that helps you apply to the role, and your score improves. You're supposed to get 1995. So it gives you a better score that you can work with. What am I trying to say in essence? This platform allows you to apply smartly and better. So you're not just applying blindly or without strategy or without proper structure. Okay, so that's how CV Matchly works. And just a minute. So I am taking 2 more questions in case anybody has a question for me. That's Microsoft, sorry. For Microsoft. So yes, I think do I have a question in the chat? Okay, yes, I actually do. So Taiwo says, also, aside the crash courses, what other support is available beforehand? April cohort. Taiwo, have you registered already? So aside the crash courses, if you need any other form of support, you can just reach out to us, honestly. If it's maybe interview related, I don't know if it was you that typed it. There was somebody that typed having an interview like this week. So you also get interview related support in case you already need that even before your program starts. Okay, so any kind of support you need, just reach out to us. You are already eligible because you are enrolled. Taiwo, I hope that answers your question. Anita says, I just registered for April cohort. I would like to speak to someone for clarification. Please, I would like you, Anita, to, yes, I've seen your enrollment. Okay, awesome. Welcome on board. Welcome on board. So I would like to, just a minute. Yeah. So I would like to hear from you, Anita. So my colleague is going to drop her number. She already did, actually. Please just reach out to her on that number. If you want to speak to me, I would call you. But if my colleague answers your question, that's perfectly fine. Or yes, I see your enrollment. So welcome on board, Anita. Who else has a question for me? Hi, Apolayo. I see your hands. Let me see. Is job application inclusive, please? Loretta. So yes, we support you with job application sprint. You have to apply yourself, right? But we give you, there is a sprint, meaning we're on the call, you're on the call, you're applying. You see this tool I just showed you, it supports your job application. How else do you need a job application support, if not a tool that helps you optimize your CV, like tailor it to different job roles, as well as let you know if it's a sponsorship job or not, right? Again, 5 more slots, and okay, let me paste the number for you, Anita. 5 more slots, and Anita has taken one of those slots. Let me drop it for you, Anita. So in case she's unable to answer all your questions, she would give me your number, and you'll just receive a message or a call from me. Okay. Hi, Apolayo. Please, can you go on, Aziz? Yes. Okay. Let me drop my WhatsApp number. So I'm very active on this number on WhatsApp. I'm trying not to type something wrong. Sorry, I'm looking at my number to be sure it's not wrong. What's the tool? It's CV Matchly. It's CV Match. I'll type it for you. Yeah. So reach me on this number on WhatsApp, please. I am active on that one. It will call CV Matchly. That's the name of the platform. Okay, hi, Apolayo. Can you unmute yourself and speak? Hello, Apolayo, are you there? Hi, Apolayo. Okay, so I can't hear you if you're speaking because you're still muted. So let me move on to Joyce. Hi, Joyce.
Hi, Mommy.
Hi.
First, I wanted to find out if one sign up for this and you still want to do, because I've seen you also work with Talent Loop instead of using the CV Matchly. You don't have the time frame to do that. So is there some sort of discount you get if you were to use, because basically half of the service is already done if you sign up for this.
Exactly.
The only difference is
the interview, the application on your behalf.
the application bit, yeah. So do
Yes,
one need to do that, or
Okay.
one could just do this by myself?
Okay, so the internship first, because of experience, because of you being able to really ace that interview and getting the job done. Then if you now still choose to outsource your job application, that's the only thing that Talent will now help you with, because just like you rightly said, we've done everything else. So it's just, oh, I am busy, I cannot be applying to these jobs. I need somebody to apply for me. But you know that when it's time for interview, you can actually ace the interview because you have been built to be able to do that. So if you want to still outsource, yes, there is a discount for that. But if you want to work with us for the job application sprint, which means you have to be on the call. Yeah, we're doing it with you, but you have to do it yourself. But we are there to support you, right? So if you're not outsourcing that, you want to do it directly with us on the call, then that's fine.
Oh, okay, thank you. Then the other thing is, what would you suggest for someone that is in the healthcare role if they were to do an internship? What internship and they want transition to take? Which of the internship would you suggest?
So majorly data analytics, because of data analytics, because of the role rather of analytics in the healthcare space, or even when you start talking health tech, So definitely data analytics, not because other fields would not work, but because of the high demand for the data analyst role in the healthcare space. So,
for someone that picks the data analytics can still apply for roles in health info, informatics, and all that. Okay, so the data analytics will cover that.
Yes, yes. So the job description as well as the job title would really already make you know how you can come in, which is where tailoring your CV comes in. But as a data analyst, you can actually.
But as a data analyst, okay, so one can now tailor the CV to either health informatics or whatever role tech that is in health.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hope you'll be joining us, Joyce.
I'm already in the match cohort, so I was asking for a friend. Yeah.
Okay, for your friends, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much.
That works. So, and when I joined, I didn't do the section to get details. Someone told me, so I just went ahead to join.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you very much, Joyce.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you everybody. We look forward to having more people enrolled. I believe Adekola is already trying to also secure the spot. So in the absence of any more questions, we'll be calling it a close for tonight. So Apolayo, can you speak? Hi Apolayo. So I don't know if Apolayo